Hey everyone, so today I thought it would be very helpful to share with you what I have in my everyday makeup bag and also the everyday brushes that I use, because I get so many questions from you guys, and even though I like doing a little bit more of a glamour look, I prefer doing like an everyday natural glam. So today I'm going to share with you guys what I have in my everyday makeup bag and also the brushes that I use to create this very simple but natural, beautiful looking makeup look. So this bag is from a company called Perfectly Customized Daily. I will link them down below so you guys, if you guys are interested. But this is basically just a small makeup vanity accessory type of bag. I do have the bigger one as well if I need a little bit more options in terms of makeup, but for every day this is perfect. I literally have all of my products in here and also all of my brushes, and I prefer a bag that is a little bit more sturdy, so it keeps my products a little bit more safer and I just feel a little bit more comfortable. How many times can you say a little bit? So this is just a black like a pattern leather bag, and it has like gold detailing on it with my name just hot stamped on the front. So when you open the bag up, it just has a little zippy. This is what the bag looks like. So on top there, what I love is it has like little accessory section here, so you can put your earrings in these little holes or like your necklace or whatever. So it's just a perfect little touch, especially for traveling. And then this is what my makeup bag looks like on the inside. So I pretty much have makeup wipes with me at all times. These are just the Johnson's moisturizing facial cleansing wipes, and what I like about these is you don't have to reapply foundation straight after because it is quite moisturizing and it's just perfect for travel. And then I like to keep this bag very, you know, simple, decluttered, and have one of each product in there. So I keep all of my brushes back here, and I find that I switch this bag out so much, you guys, because when I discover a new foundation, I will just pop that foundation in here and just switch it out. But I like to keep one of each in this little bag so I can just create my quick little everyday makeup look. So for my moisturizer, I have been loving this Garnier rose water. I've been testing this out, and no matter what moisturizer, I switch these out so much. I will always have a moisturizer in my makeup bag, so I just apply a little bit of this before my makeup application. And then I'm pretty pedantic when it comes to clear skin, youthful looking skin, and spotless skin. So Physicians Formula recently came out with the Youthful Wear Spotless Foundation. This one is in the shade medium, and that pairs perfectly with my Real Techniques Expert face brush. So I apply a few drops of the Youthful foundation to my skin, and then I blend it out with the Real Techniques brush. You get these brushes at Clicks. I will also link them down below. You can also get them at Foschini, you guys. But this brush is just so perfect for blending out liquid foundations. I personally don't like traveling with a beauty sponge, even though it is like a seamless finish. Real Techniques also has like a couple of sponges. I need to pick up some of those, but for traveling and, you know, having like an everyday makeup bag and keeping your makeup bag clean, I prefer using a brush like this. So I will kind of blend it in circular motions, and then once I am done, I will just stipple this brush all over my face just to give that flawless airbrush look. I also really skip concealer. So this is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Concealer in Light Ivory. And even though we're doing a very natural everyday look, I don't like skipping concealer. And just by applying a little bit under your eyes, down the sides of your nose, the bridge of your nose, forehead, cupid's bow, and chin, and then whatever's left on the brush, I will kind of carve out my cheekbones, and then that will just give you a little bit more of a highlighted look. And then I take my Expert face brush again and just stipple that concealer and just blend it out with a stippling motion instead of a rubbing motion. For brows, I have two very simple products. I just have a little micro brow pencil and then some fiber brow gel. I don't use a brush for my eyebrows. I just find that that's an extra brush you have to pack, and besides, I really like this NYX micro brow pencil in the shade Espresso. So I basically just fill in my brows. I will brush them up with the little spoolie first, and then I will kind of fill them in, carve them out very naturally, but still have like a little bit of a bolder brow. And then to set all of that in place, I will go in with the Maybelline Brow Precise Fiber Filler. This one is in the shade Medium Brown. I like this because it kind of sets your eyebrows and it doesn't move the entire day, I promise you guys. So these are my favorite for brows. I've also really been liking this powder. I used this recently in a first impressions. If you haven't seen that, I will link it down below. So this is the Mineral Wear Loose powder from Physicians Formula as well. This one is in the shade Natural Beige. So it comes with a little brush on the top, but I find that this brush is just a little bit too harsh and a little bit too pokey. So what I do is I take my Real Techniques powder brush. I have been using this brush for absolute years, you guys. This is so old, but I just dab a little bit of that in there, and I find with a bigger brush and a smaller amount of product, you can kind of control the amount you put onto your skin. And I don't use a lot. I literally just like dab, 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 dab wherever I need it. And then for a little bit more powder under the eyes, I will go in with my setting brush from Real Techniques as well. So I will just dab a little bit under my eyes, like around my nose area, and just smaller areas where this big brush cannot reach, and especially on my lids, because my lids are so hooded and they crease so easily, you guys. So I just like to set that down before I apply the rest of my products. I also only have a few Real Techniques brushes, so you can see with this setting brush that I have is the older one, and then the brighter pink is a little bit more newer to Real Techniques. You guys, I literally bought this like a couple of years ago. So all of my face brushes, so the orange ones, are a little bit more dull in color, whereas the newer ones are a little bit more vibrant. So you can see the old ones versus the new ones. So I wanted to pick up some new brushes from Real Techniques. So this is what the packaging looks like. I got another Expert face brush. So I also got a new setting brush as well, and you can basically use this for under your eyes, for highlighter, basically anything. So this is the older one, and then this is the newer one. It's a little bit more vibrant in pink within the finishing brush range. So also within the finishing brush range, I recently got the blush brush, which I basically use for blush and for bronzer. You guys know I like to use the same brush for blush and bronzer. That just gives me a more natural blended finish. And so for bronzer, I have been loving the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. You guys, this bronzer is just, even if you just have to go in store and smell it, it's like, it smells like summer, coconut, pineapple, cocktails. Oh, it just smells so good, and the packaging is so cute. It has a little mirror and then an applicator at the bottom, but I don't use that. I just use my Real Techniques blush brush, and I basically start by warming up my face, starting by the cheekbones, working my way up towards the temples. I kind of form a 3, so I go from my temples to my cheekbones to my jawline, and kind of just carve out my face without doing too much contouring, just warming up the face a little bit. And then for the eyes, I like to take this crease brush from Real Techniques as well. This comes in a set, but you can also buy it separately. I had the little set where you get like different sorts of brushes, but I find that this is the one that I use the most. So what I do with this is I take a little bit of that butter butter bronzer, and I will work it in my crease and also on my lower lash line, and then I don't dip it back into the product. I just go alongside my nose to just create a little bit of shadows. This helps to kind of tie in the look and just do a little bit of contouring just with a light sweep of bronzer. I recently tried out a bunch of new Physicians Formula products, so if you haven't seen that video, please check the link in the description box. I have found so many new favorites. So as I mentioned, I like to use the same brush for different purposes. So for my blush, I use the same brush as my bronzer. Whew, that was a little bit of a tongue twister. I had to concentrate there. So I use this Real Techniques blush brush, which I also use for my bronzer, and I take this Nude Wear blush from Physicians Formula and I just put that on the apples of my cheeks. I find that this brush is so perfect because it doesn't pick up a lot of product, so it gives you a bit more of a flawless blended finish. So this makeup bag is basically empty. So I have recently fell in love with the Benefit Bad Girl Bang mascara, and that's about dried up. So I wanted to try the NYX Professional with the Hype mascara, and it's definitely worth a hype. So go have a look at my review. I will link it down below. But I like more mascara on my top lashes than I do on my bottom lashes. Sometimes I won't even apply to my bottom lashes, but I apply more to my top than my bottom lashes. I do want to mention that my absolute favorite lip liner has been the Essence Draw the Line. I think it's Barely My Lips or something like that, but this is finished. I just realized that it's all done, so I won't be able to show you how I use this, but I always just do a little bit of lip liner. I should actually go and see if I have a similar color in my collection, but I thought I would just do the last two steps with you guys. So on my lips currently, I just have a smoothie gloss from Essence. This one is in Crazy Mango. You guys, these literally taste and smell like the actual flavor. You guys have to try these. This one is just in Crazy Mango, and then I guess I just always have like some sort of lip gloss and some setting spray. This is just the Shine 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 Wet Look lip gloss from Essence. This one is in the shade One Woman Show. It's a very bright pink, but I guess let's just put a little bit of this on. I'm just gonna put a tiny bit of this on though, because sometimes I do not want like a lipstick. I always have a lipstick in my handbag, in case you guys are wondering. So I don't tend to keep like a lipstick in my everyday makeup bag, but just something with color, just in case. Okay, and then lastly, you guys, I have a little setting spray in my makeup bag. So I always have some sort of setting spray or rose water or whatever to set my makeup. I prefer this one for like a smaller makeup bag because it doesn't take up a lot of room and it's so affordable, you guys. So this is my trick. This is just rose water in a travel bottle. So I went to go get it to show you guys what it looks like. This is just the Nature's Nourishment rose water and glycerin. You can use it as a moisturizer, and what I do with this is I buy the glycerin one in the winter time and then the normal one in the summertime. So the normal one has a red label on the front, and I just put this in a travel bottle, and it's so inexpensive. I use it as a setting spray, as a primer, as a refresher, and it's just my fave. So that is basically every single thing I have in my makeup bag, including brushes for my everyday go-to makeup look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will have everything linked down below, but for my South African girls, you can pick up any of these products at Clicks or Discam, and then I will of course link my little makeup bag. And my top is from a very random store, so I don't think I will be able to link it, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and then I hope to see you in my next one. Bye.